An exhibition is really, really important. What we've tried to do with this is try and give you everything that's possible to make this the best VR experience that you're ever going to have.
I really do think that In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats, the film and the audience experience is breaking new ground. Host 4 is saying, okay, if you just follow me. The bleeding of physical and virtual together in this is really unique.
Why an exhibit? You know, VR can be done at home, and that's perfectly fine, and this experience will be able to be done at home eventually. But an exhibition and an installation like this just adds more value to the immersive experience. So we've got this tracking floor, it's room scale, it's got haptics, it's got multi-sensory, we've got a great sound design. It's about setting the tone from the moment you walk in the door here at this venue.
So the tracking floor we're using for this is by a company called Anti-Latency. It's been developed as very much a kind of low cost but easy to roll out system. What that allows is for our users to have kind of complete freedom in movement around the space. So they're not strictly tied to just moving within a limited play space like you'd normally have with most VR, but actually gives us a far greater area in which they can experience the piece.
Haptics is all of the things you don't see or hear in VR. Things like touch, vibrations, wind, for example. Most people still haven't experienced VR, and so things that help them to engage with that rather than worrying about the headset or the controllers are quite useful. Most of the haptics in this are wind. There are a lot of moments where things happen that involve breeze or cold or hot or air. For example, the sensation of sticking your head through a car sunroof, that immediate gust of air that hits you in the face.
So we're using some of the skills and approaches that you might take to an immersive theatre piece in the way that we're creating theatrical spaces out of traditional kind of corridors and backstage spaces. You're creating a world which is detailed and true to the period, but then we're able to extend that world into the reality of the physical spaces here as well.
We essentially have 4 spaces that are apparent to the visitor. We have this entrance corridor, which is where you first enter the building. We then have this area beyond that where you walk into where you'll experience the VR zone. Then once you come out of the headset, technically you're still in the same space, but there'll be a different soundscape playing for that moment. And then finally we have our 4th area, which is called the sunroom. That's where there's a little sort of video and mini soundscape playing, which is kind of our chill out decompression zone. It's across the entire building rather than just being in the headset.
In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats celebrates that wonderful moment where a new cultural movement occurred, but also that kind of human, eternal desire to be with one another, to be in celebration, to be having fun, really.
Incredible. Trip is probably the most obvious word to use.
I loved it. This is like the easiest answer. Just the fact that I danced all along, for me, it's a sign that it works.
That sense of connection, there's also a bit of a dialogue in there that talks about feeling like this was the last night you were ever going to do this.
Yeah, it's a time machine. It's a time machine that brings you inside a world that you cannot find anymore.
Yeah, a lot of those memories came back.
All the clunkiness of immersive art, like the fact that you have to physically go somewhere, you have to wear this uncomfortable television headset, all of that is worth it. Like the piece delivers.
We are a BFI supported project, so working within the kind of film sphere, this project will go to international film festivals, and beyond that, we're really interested in exhibiting and touring the project within the UK and possibly internationally.
Hopefully everybody that comes and tries this experience will understand that a lot of love and care and time and effort has been put into this to make everything that you see in it really special, really well researched, and hopefully that means that the experience itself will be a joyous experience but also a meaningful experience.